a few days ago. This is in the Texas Libertarians Libertarian Edition Facebook group, which is juxtaposed to the Texas Libertarian Republican Edition group, which is, called Texas Libertarians. There's some interesting discussions that happen. E.G.
What's your thoughts on promoting wealth creation skills among and to
what?
Voluntarists, entrepreneurship, business, etc. to increase our resources as a peaceful community, as opposed to using our time to polish our knowledge of philosophy. All the best. P.F.
Holy crap, dude. Damn, $100. Just dumping the cash on the table with a little note and walking away. Dude, you're a rock star. Thank you so much. So we're going to put this story on hold for a moment. And we're going to answer EG's question. EG, what are your thoughts on promoting wealth creation skills among and to voluntarists, entrepreneurship, business, etc., to increase our resources as a peaceful community, as opposed to using our time to polish our knowledge of philosophy? All the best, PEF. Ooh, that's an interesting question. As opposed to using our time to polish our knowledge of philosophy. Is it one or the other? Or does our knowledge and understanding of philosophy inform our understanding of the relationships in our businesses and in our business life and in our professional life? I know, and I wish I had my old partner on Disenthrall, Ryan, here, because he actually worked with me in a startup company, and this would be a fantastic conversation that maybe we should bring him on for. So he's actually worked with me in this situation, and he is one of the few people that has experienced having a boss that is familiar, that is a voluntarist, like a boss. And actually we have another business corporate user submission question coming up later where we'll talk about this again. But Ryan can give you firsthand experience what it's like to have a boss that is a voluntarist, that is a principled person, that understands that the corporate structure, the corporate hierarchy, and more on this later. We'll probably skip to that story now, actually, because it dovetails in here. But there is no corporate hierarchy in the traditionally understood sense of hierarchy, meaning an involuntary one built on control, like your consent is not involved hierarchy. That has nothing to do with the free market capitalistic organizational structure in a business, a hierarchical structure in business. It's a voluntary one. A voluntary hierarchy is kind of another way of saying it's a flat hierarchy. It's a hierarchy with no involuntary coercion. And while you may have a boss that decides the direction of the effort and labor of the employees that are under him in the hierarchy, every single person involved is free to walk away at any time. Understanding that principle changes entirely how you interact with your employees and how you interact with your bosses in a company. And having been an employee, of course, in my life at one point, and having been a boss with the understanding of the philosophy and the voluntarism, completely changed all of my business relationships. Both the business relationships with the people in my company and the business relationships with the people between interbusiness, B2B, the business to business relationships. Like when I was negotiating with another business to enter into an arrangement with our business, an understanding of private property, an understanding of autonomy and rights and ethics and ownership and everyone's ability to not, everyone's right to not be coerced and controlled, and everyone's right to do as they please as long as it's peaceful. It informs everything. It changes all of my relationships. In fact, it improves them infinitely because I can be honest with everyone involved. I can be like, I am so appreciative that you're here working as my employee. Because I know you don't have to be. And I know that, I'm competing in the labor market for your attention. And I respect the people that enter into agreements with me as employees. And I respect the people that enter into business arrangements with me as, B2B arrangements. And, such a big topic. I think you need, you don't need the crazy first principle philosophy nerd level understanding of this stuff. But certainly like the entry level version definitely helps and definitely changes everything. And let me tell you, when you have like a boss employee relationship and both people are voluntarists, it's magical. It's because you both know that at the end of the day, you're both there voluntarily. It's more of a partnership. The hierarchy that most people feel is involuntary kind of fades away. Like if you're there as an employee, you have to understand that you're both at the bargaining table as equals. You have one guy that has resources and a need to get some job done, and you have somebody else that has the skills to do the job and needs resources. And you got to come together and you got to push and pull, and you have to respect the push and pull and like enjoy the push and pull of that negotiation. And then once you meet an arrangement, but once you meet and agree and form that employment relationship, it's so awesome because you're both winning. And the harder both of you work, the more both of you win. All of that's informed by the knowledge of the philosophy and rights and stuff. So to a certain degree, I guess it is opposed because you can spend a lot of time on philosophy. There's so much philosophy. There's so much bad philosophy out there that, yeah, I could definitely see you could waste your time. Now, that said, most voluntarists and strangely enough, most anarcho-capitalists are pretty ill-informed on business and entrepreneurship and how this stuff actually functions practically, pragmatically, day to day, how to be a good businessman, how to be a good employee, how to compete in labor markets, how to compete in the market for sales and all this stuff. I really would love to see more mentoring, honestly. I think that would be a great thing. And to a certain extent, like once you got the baseline philosophy and the good understanding of the base stuff, I would like to see a lot more people getting really good in business. Like the anarcho-capitalistic principled business owners are like rock stars. Like they excel so quickly and it's so fun to see. And, you'd love to work for these people. Very inspirational. How is that, E.G.? Let's see. He says there are communities like the Jewish that do some of this. They help each other get more resourceful. Why not do the same based on the fact that we share the nap rather than an irrational belief? Dude, spot on. Spot on. That sounds like a fantastic project. Like the mentoring thing I was talking about sounds great. Eric Bros explores intentional communities on his channel, The Conscious Resistance. I need to have him on sometime to describe that to me. I can't tell if it's... it feels hippie to me. It feels too hippie to me, but maybe I'm sure there's some good stuff in there that I would benefit from learning. Okay, dude. Thanks again, EG. That was a massive donation, massive support. Thank you so much.